And welcome y'all to another Let's Play here. We're playing the Art of Murder. And it's day 4. We just finished up at the crime scene and we gotta check some more heroin. Or see if it matches the heroin we got. And we found
I should have
James.
examined this sample from the
dead body,
museum.
James's body. And not his body, his diploma by another body. That was a bum that we gave some scotch to. So that's where we're at. And I left my babes. So we gotta go to the lab. Come on, Nicole. Run over there. What's Nicole's last name? I wonder. We needed to use this machine, right?
Looks like the museum was spreading more than just knowledge. I want to search the entire museum. The chief could help with the search warrant.
Alright. James had that key. Come on. Chief
Hey,
in?
Ruth. Chief around?
Nope. And before you ask, I've no idea when he'll be back.
Hey, you've known him longer than I have. You think he's happy with my work?
I'm sure he is, honey. Just don't count on him to actually say it.
Huh. So how long have you known him?
Oh, only a few months. He was in the Chicago office before.
You know his family or anything?
No, he lost his wife not long before I started here. He's only just gotten over it, really. Organizing this office helped him a lot. But from what I gather, he's not the same man.
What, the chief?
I'm wondering what the link is between all the victims. Tatum's death doesn't follow the pattern. They were all wealthy, respectable, educated men.
And Tatum?
He was a bum.
We'll check the precinct's files on vagrancy busts and drifters. You never know.
Well, I'll be. Tatum had a diploma from New York University.
Where did we find this out? We just
Maybe
found
it was fake. Like one of those online ones.
I don't think it was. He kept it rolled up in an old champagne
Oh, that
bottle.
was the bum. Okay.
Aha, so there's the connection then.
They were all alcoholics?
No, the education. Whatever happened to him, Tatum was at least a well-educated man.
Good job, Ruth.
Right. And you know what else? All these guys were graduates of the same university.
Bingo!
Were they more or less the same age? Maybe they studied together.
Ruth, genius. Maybe there's something to this. I'm going down to the NYU library on East 84th to check it out.
Sorry, honey. I'm busy right now.
All right. To the NYU library. And away we go. Get your ass outside. And getting our nice ass fucking car.
Respectable walls in a respectable library.
Anything outside we need to take a look at? No. Just take our butt inside. You know what? I will have to say the artwork in this game is pretty damn good. I think that's just, I don't know, beautiful detail. go to the back. Before we go look at any microfilm, because we don't know what we're looking up yet. That's gonna get annoying.
So, what's the librarian using if she doesn't have her glasses? Good morning, ma'am.
Or rather, good evening. Do you have a library card or university ID?
No, I'm
How's
not that
this?
agent. Bitch.
Oh, I say. And what brings the FBI to us today?
Well, I'm trying to find out about some former students from, say, 1982 to 1986. I thought perhaps there'd be some papers or records.
And all that today? I think you'd be here all week looking that lot up.
Well, can you help me,
Okay,
ladies?
so
This is what your
let's
job is,
start
right?
with something that would list students' names for that period.
Yeah.
Yearbooks, then. Do you know what?
Yeah?
I'll have to close the reading room in a few minutes. I'm all alone here, you know.
I understand that, ma'am, but I'm conducting an investigation here.
I was expecting a butt, young lady. Don't worry, I'll stay and help you.
Yes?
Yes, indeed. Now, what was I saying? Oh, yes, I'm all by my lonesome here.
Yes, I noticed.
I've been working in this library for 30 years, you know. I retired 5 years ago.
Oh, so you came back because you couldn't live without the books, right?
And do you know who my replacement is? My niece. She's at the Librarians' Conference in Europe.
You raised your own successor. Well done. Anyway, to get back to the yearbooks.
Yes, indeed. Now then, the university authorities are very fond of statistics, you know.
Ah, paperwork?
Right. Now then, if you bring me the books you want, I can catalog them and make the necessary statistical records.
Which books, lady?
Maybe you could point me in the right direction.
Over there, on the shelves, left of the doors. They're the yearbooks.
Left of the doors.
Over there.
All right, so
Diploma from the Fine Arts Faculty of NYU.
what's the year on it?
Diploma from the Fine...
Whatever. Hope we don't need to know that, because I think we do. Is that the only ones? 1986? Okay.
I hope Jessica Fletcher there will help me. Bundle of NYU bulletins bound together by a bookbinder.
No running in the library.
Here they are.
What is it exactly you're hoping to find in them?
Anything I can about 4 or 5 of your old students.
I see. And what are their names?
Well, Joel Tatum, Andrew Haig, Henry Fairbanks, John Rudolph, and Mark Chestham.
Oh, hold your horses there, sweetie. Okay, let's start with Tatum. Here's the index. And here he is, page 226. Now then, where are those other boys? Seems all their entries refer to page 226.
Oh, yeah?
Let's have a look there.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Oh, don't thank me too soon. This page has been torn out. Look. See?
Oh my God, is this Scooby-Doo or what?
Those meddling kids get worse with every generation. But
Damn
I'll
meddling
catch the
kids.
little buggers. Oh, yes.
Are there any copies, microfilms, and so on?
Microfilms? Why, yes. Although the newer things are being scanned now, you know.
Uh-huh. Do you think I could have a look at the microfilm for this page?
Not today, sweetie. I'm too tired
You kidding
now.
me?
Come back tomorrow. My niece will be back then. She's much better with the technical things.
Listen, ma'am, someone else may die today, and it's possible that that microfilm contains something I can use to stop anyone else from being hurt.
Yes, well, when you put it like that... Shocking, quite shocking. Well, I should leave now if I'm going to catch my bus. But there's one later on, too. I could always take that one instead. All right then, sweetie. I'll help you. Okay, FBI. You convinced me.
You damn right I did. Let's go.
Terrific. Thank you so much. Now, where are the microfilms? I'll try to find them the old-fashioned way.
You'd be better off playing the lottery. Higher chances.
Needle in a haystack, huh?
The microfilm room is there on the right. Wait, from here I can unlock all the drawers.
Well, do it, lady.
Sorry, there's a whole room full of microfilm?
Of course.
Sorry, there's a whole...
Of course.
Oh, Jesus. Let's see what we can do. The microfilm.
Ah, screw it. There's more celluloid here than in George Lucas's garage.
She's gotta be able to tell us something else. Oh, Jessica Fletcher.
You're right. I won't find anything this way.
Never mind. In the meantime, I found the catalog number. It's 01-044-86.
14486. The quickest line.
Oh 01-044-86? The numbers here are totally different. Where'd she get this from?
All right, 01-04419. They're all 19. We just get lucky. Maybe we gotta go talk to her.
01-044-86? The numbers here are totally different. Where'd she get this from? I'm sorry, there seems to be a problem. The microfilms in there have a totally different
She's a lot
format.
nicer about it than
Well, I did tell you to come back tomorrow and talk to my niece.
May I call her?
She's probably halfway over the Atlantic right now. I doubt she'd have her mobile switched on.
Well, do you know why the numbers are different?
Well, it all changed in recent years, but it's hard to implement new systems like that. A few items always get left out, and I don't know how to convert the old catalog numbers.
Okay, well, maybe I can.
Okay, perhaps we can work it out together. What did the numbers in the old system represent?
Well, that's easy. The first 2 digits were the catalog section, the next 3 were the number of a specific item, and the last 2 were the year.
I see.
Now, new catalog numbers contain additional information, and the 2-digit year numbers are now the full 4.
So the new catalog numbers would be like 01-044-1986?
Okay.
Well, the item number is now a 4-digit code, so in our case, it'd probably be 0044. And the 01 would be 001 for sure. Whew. Guess I knew more than I thought I
Okay,
did.
so it's 0,
Guess
1,
so.
0,
Okay,
0,
let me look
4,
real quick for that microfilm now.
1986. Okay. See, the old lady just needed to try. You know, a lot of people just need to try in life. Like, they got the knowledge. They just want someone else to figure it out for them. All right. Did I really pick the right one earlier? There's an extra 8 in there, though. Right? 011 044 1986. There's like a 5 and a 4. Do we have to go talk to this lady again? You gotta be kidding me if we gotta go talk to this lady again.
It's been hiding in this drawer for far too long.
All
Let's
right.
see what secrets it holds.
What do we want? Page 226? Are we gonna take it to the lady? I like how the textures of your foot change.
Guess what?
Oh, you...
Now, how do we use it?
Oh, you found the microfilm. I'm beginning to think you'll find the murderer in there, too. The reader is in the reading room.
Where's the reading room? Aren't we in the reading room? Aha! That doesn't look like any microfilm reader I've seen. Oh, I remember these things.
How many times can I... It's not this... This is a... Forget about... The reel may yet come in handy. Why isn't... I managed.
Okay.
The image is terrible. Ah, no lens.
She's got a lens. She's using it as a magnifying glass because she lost her glasses.
Is that the only machine?
At the moment, yes. The others are being repaired. Is there something wrong with that one?
The optics are broken. No focal lens.
Oh, well, I really don't know how to help you there.
Of course you don't. You haven't been trying to help me all night.
Wait a minute. Isn't that the lens from the microfilm reader?
I have no idea what it is, sweetie. But I find it useful sometimes. I found it on the floor, you know.
Well, this is the lens from the microfilm reader. If you don't mind, I can fix it.
Oh, I don't know about that. How would I read the very small
Man, you go get
print?
yourself some fucking
Don't you have glasses?
Of course.
Well, why don't you just use them? I'm sure the students need the microfilm reader too.
But I don't know where my glasses are right now.
What? You lost them?
No, they're around here somewhere. I only
You
need them
lost
for
them.
reading, you know. Now, where did I put them? Oh, never mind. I was using a clever little piece of glass before. Where did I put that?
Yeah. Let me take it over here where I can get a better look at it.
You know, FBI, if you found my glasses, you'd be solving 2 problems in one go.
I'm gonna find this lady's glasses. Ah.
I haven't been to an ophthalmologist for a while.
Take your damn glasses.
Here you go, ma'am. I found your glasses.
Oh, how wonderful. What a clever detective you are. Thank
I
you
looked
so
on the
much.
table. You just
Look,
wouldn't take
I know
your
you're in a
fucking
hurry
eyes
to
out.
get home, but could I ask you for just a moment longer?
Oh, no hurry, dear. I feel safer here with you anyway.
Thank you. I'll be finished real soon now. Could I have another look at that lens?
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Oh, I didn't grab it. Why wouldn't she just give it to me? Yep, thank you, Fishy. Thank you, Fishy. All right, Nicole, run your butt over there.
This is a lousy idea.
Fish, you gotta go, honey. Stop licking my fingers.
Finally, now the text is clear. NYU students to follow in the footprints of conquistadors. Amazon expedition underway. NYU professor of archaeology Dr. Samuel Dickinson is leading an expedition into the Amazon rainforest. Their itinerary recreates the journeys of the Spanish explorers of the 16th and 17th centuries. While the party's goal is the last of the great Incan treasures, the fabled hoard of Tupac Amaru, can the professor achieve what the conquistadors did not?
Tupac.
Will he find the legendary city of Acacor, treasure vault of an entire empire, the once mighty Incas? The team, who has already left for Peru, consists mostly of NYU students. List of participants in Professor Dickinson's expedition. Samuel Dickinson,
Dead.
professor of pre-Columbian archaeology at NYU, expedition leader. Alice Dickinson, the professor's daughter, student. William Warren, assistant to the professor. Andrew Haig, student, team doctor. Henry Fairbanks, student, technician. Mark Chestham, student.
Dead.
Joel Tatum, student.
Dead.
John Rudolph, student. Alan Branford, student. Noel Roche, student. So all the victims were part of the expedition. Fairbanks, Haig, Chestham, Rudolph, and Tatum. Finally, we got ourselves a fact. There's something here about the aftermath, too. Tragedy in the jungle. Our university community has lost an outstanding colleague and teacher, Professor of Archaeology, Dr. Samuel Dickinson. His scientific and social achievements are writ large across the history of our university. He was last seen heading a scientific expedition to Peru to find the legendary Incan treasure vaults left behind after the conquistadors' invasion. In the course of the expedition, the professor, his daughter Alice, and fellow student Noel Roche all went missing. Roche's body was found later in the jungle. He had been killed by native Indians. Despite valiant attempts by the other members of the expedition,
Fish, go
led
lay
by
down.
Professor Dickinson's assistant William Warren, Dickinson and his daughter were never found. In the face of the Indian threat and increasingly difficult weather conditions, the remaining party members chose to withdraw. According to Mr. Warren, the chances of finding the professor alive are virtually nil. We believe, though, that the professor and his students will live on in our university's history. Peace in their memory. Warren! He's the linchpin of this whole story. It's just him and Branford now. Now, are they both potential victims, or is one of them the murderer? Maybe they're in it together. Or maybe the murderer is someone not on the list. And where's the irrefutable proof that Hakiero killed Fairbanks? Are there 2 murderers at work here? Anyway, let's copy the list of participants. Maybe I can get out of here finally. Let's see this list again. Must be a link between the expedition 20 years ago and the crimes now. Only thing this list connects is the victims with each other. Can we really explain the murders as a result of the events of the past? Why didn't Branford or Warren say anything about knowing the victims? That's fishy. What's stopping them from revealing information that could save their lives? Only if one or both of them were directly involved in the killings would it make sense to do so. We'll have to check their alibis again. Anyway, all the clues lead to Warren at the moment.
I agree.
Drugs, Hakiero, expeditions in the jungle. We must start from the expedition. That's where the fuse was lit. The drugs thing is probably incidental. Don't want to get too hung up on that. I should at least thank the librarian.
I was just gonna roll out. She might know
Thank you
something
very
about it,
much, ma'am. I've got everything I need now.
May I go home then?
Certainly, but if you'll just bear with me a second.
too. Why can't I call in my car?
Federal Agent
old enough to
Nicole
remember when they
Bonnet,
were called car
FBI.
phones.
I need a patrol car to the library on East 84th. It's for an expert witness in a case I'm investigating. I'll need her driven home safely. Thank you. Okay, ma'am. A policeman will be along in 5 minutes to give you a ride home. Thank you very much for your time. You've been a tremendous help.
Look at us.
Not at all. It was quite exciting, actually.
Yeah, me finding your glasses and all, that was, what a hoot. The creepy, ominous music is always going. It's nighttime now? Either we sleep in or hours go by. We should probably save it. We've been able to die in one spot. What's up, homie?
Ah, Agent Bonnet. Hear about that knife business again? Ah, Agent Bonnet.
Actually, I'm here about this.
It's getting a bit old now, don't you think?
Why didn't you say anything about the expedition?
They were tragic events. Best forgotten.
We'll start remembering because my serial killer is tied into them somehow.
Really? What an idea.
Yes, I also think that you hindered the investigation by
little bit.
withholding important information.
Well now, I can see you're here on business.
I'm always here on business. Don't you know the victims are all on a list?
Well, it's possible, I suppose.
It's possible, but you and Branford could be on that list. Aren't you afraid?
What good would fear do? Understand?
Yeah.
I settled up with my conscience long ago.
When? When Fairbanks was killed? Or only after Tatum was?
You think it's so easy? And you, little girl, hiding behind an FBI badge. Do you think about all the people slaughtered somewhere in the cold and dark without your knowing?
It's a little...
Yes, and I hate it. I wake up mornings thinking that today someone else will die, and I can't stop it. Now it's even worse. I know who's gonna die.
Not all of them will.
Yeah?
Juan Alvarado, an archaeologist living in Cusco. He didn't join us until Peru.
Juan Alvarado? You keep in touch with him?
Not really.
Were there other people involved in the expedition?
Yes, Vaquero.
Go on.
Vaquero was a local grave robber, an amateur. He appeared when we were totally devastated and on the retreat, offering his help.
And?
And then he demanded an outrageous payment, and we parted ways with great ill will. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an important call to make. Now, if you'll excuse...
How about the other guy?
Gotta hurry. No time for sightseeing.
Where am I hurrying to? Hold on, there's a back section. Was he maybe hiding back there? That mummy's so fucking creepy.
There's no time for this now.
Well, what do we do now? Oh.
It's good we met. Are you waiting for Warren?
We're going out, although I'd prefer to go with you to the concert.
Well, maybe when I finish this case.
I can hardly wait.
I found out a little more about the Peruvian expedition 20 years ago. Do you, keep in touch with Mr. Alvarado?
No, not for a very long time, but we used to be friends. Why is he of interest to you?
The murders are all occurring within a specific group of people, and Alvarado's part of it.
Yes. Yes, he is. Do you think he could be the murderer?
Or you?
Well, I don't have any proof to that end.
Do you think then that it's a Koga Pachiros Indian curse?
No.
Neither do I, but if our murderer was on this expedition, and if it's neither Warren nor myself, then it must be Alvarado?
Why should I suspect a man who lives in Peru of murdering people in New York?
Alvarado was in town at the same time, of course.
What? In New York City? Are you sure?
He called me. I was frightened he was trying to track me down.
Do you know where he is now?
He left a message that he was returning home, back to Peru.
I doubt that's
I
the
hope
case.
it's true.
We'll look into it. Do you have his address?
Well, he sent me a letter postmarked in Manhattan. Had a photo of his house in Cusco in it with the address and a note. I showed it to Warren this morning.
Could I see it, please?
Well, here's the thing. There was a bit of a mess in the museum this morning. They were cleaning the showpieces that hang from the ceiling, and I had to literally push my way through between them. It must have been squeezed out of my pocket then.
Right. I'll find it. Look, if anything
We gotta go find this goddamn. Oh, that was an automatic cell phone call.
Ruth? Nicole.
Yes?
I need you to check South American flights out of the country in the last 5 days. Looking for a Juan Alvarado, archaeology professor, flying to Cusco, Peru.
Okay, I'll get right on it.
Thanks, Ruth.
Alright. Back to the orangery. Orangery. Orangy. It's orangey.
Gotta hurry.
Orange.
No time for sightseeing.
Just told me I had to go check that out because he was searching stuff in there. We're gonna talk to him first.
Mr. Brantford's.
Thank you. I'll be leaving now. You're staying here?
This pavilion is such a magical place.
You sound just like Alan. But I'm glad. It's a good thing.
Creating something like that must require so much talent.
And 20 years of hard work.
And one day, Haquero arrived and wanted to destroy all this.
This again, eh? No, in the beginning he even seemed friendly.
And then, he wanted to destroy your reputation, and you couldn't get rid of him. So he blackmailed you?
What makes you think that?
I found traces of a drug stash down there.
Such a dirtbag. He defiled everything with his dirty little hands.
So he came here to demand his blackmail money?
You know, during the expedition we found a couple of shells of insignificant value and some old Spanish coins. Back then we were young and stupid. We invited tragedy. When the rain started and we realized we wouldn't be able to find the professor, we just wanted to get home as fast as we could. And Vaquero said that because of the diggings, we would have to negotiate with corrupt pen pushers for weeks.
He helped you smuggle items out?
Yes. Oh, they were objects of little significance, and I soon forgot about them.
Did he also smuggle drugs inside exhibition pieces?
No, never. He pushed me to, but I never allowed it.
Did he pressure the others too?
I thought that he murdered them to get at me.
Why didn't you inform the authorities?
What are you talking about? I spoke to your man Chaser about the whole thing.
What the fuck?
Chaser, yes, of course. Did you find the legendary city in the end?
Akakor? Well, we thought so, back then. But we couldn't go back again. It all seems like a dream now.
So maybe Nick isn't dirty. Maybe
Last
it's Chaser.
thing, are you sure you don't want protection?
Thank you, no. This place is swarming with police. Now, if you'll excuse me,
Now can we go in the orangery? I mean, he couldn't find that?
Here, an antique house in Cusco, hence the dedication. Here. Here.
Nicole?
Yeah, hi Ruth.
Alvarado left the country already. Hopped a flight to Peru.
Uh-huh, that's great, thanks. Listen, is the chief there?
Not at the moment.
You know what? Book me 2 tickets on the next plane to Cusco, Peru. Visas for me and Nick, and a hotel.
Be cheaper if you share a room.
Leave me alone.
Does Nick know about all this?
Not yet. I'll call him now.
Okay.
Thanks, Ruth.
We're going to Peru.
Please leave a message after the beep.
Nick,
going to Peru,
we're going
baby.
to Peru with this serial killer thing. Call me or Ruth back ASAP. Don't let me down on this.
Alright, we gotta go get permission, I guess. So let's go talk to Chaser. I guess they left. Alright, let's go to the chief's office. Stop staring at me. What's your deal? Yeah, I love you too, honey. Don't bite me. Everybody's gone.
Okay. Everything's arranged.
Thanks. Has Nick called in yet?
No.
Is the chief back?
Yes. He's in. So, you flying? You know what, Nicole? Dollars to donuts, Nick will be late for his flight.
Can't we just medicate him and wake him when he's needed?
Send him the address of some dusky cafe in Cusco. Maybe he'll drop by for a coffee.
Huh. Look, just make sure he gets everything he needs for the investigation.
Don't worry. I'll staple the notes to his head if I have to.
You working late again?
Yeah. I think I'll end up mummified here and put on display for future generations of secretaries.
I promise I'll dust you. See you soon anyway.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget the postcard.
I won't. See you, Ruthie.
Going looking for a serial killer and don't worry about postcards. Alright, Chaser's got some answers.
Shall we? I've got a major update on the investigation.
I'm all ears.
I've established a few facts. All the victims were part of an academic expedition to the Amazon over 20 years ago. Professor Dickinson, his daughter, and another student named Noel Richet all tragically died during the expedition. Our friend Hakiero helped evacuate the survivors. He also helped them smuggle some minor artifacts out. Of the entire expedition, the only currently living survivors are Warren, Branford, and Alvarado, who is now an archaeology professor living in Cusco, Peru. All are potential victims, and all are potential killers.
Why?
Well, I don't have any real strong evidence yet, but all my leads come back to the expedition.
It's true.
So something happened down there that 20 years later is causing our wannabe Quartermains to rip each other's guts out.
Looks that way. I just don't know what the something is. So I'm gonna fly down to Cusco and talk with this Alvarado character.
We
I
played
can't
way too
authorize
long.
that. They won't let me. It's about 4 countries outside our jurisdiction.
Look, if he's not the murderer, he might open up to me. I've got a picture with a dedication he made for Branford.
Can I see it? Well, well.
So maybe I'll find out what their little rumble in the jungle was. But if Alvarado is the doer...
Then he had to have been up here for the last few weeks.
And so he was.
Shit, this is getting more and more iffy. Well, we can ask the Peruvian police to do the interrogation.
I've got the feeling I'll have to go and do it in person.
Forget about feelings. We're dealing in facts. Did you do the psychological portrait?
Yeah, I'm working on it. Our killer has a thing for middle-aged, physically fit males. He's of a similar class and income as his victims, except for Tatum. Not sure why he got hit. So, let's say he isn't an acquaintance. Then he's most likely in a position of public trust. Something he can use to get close to his targets. Policeman or priest, the usual candidates. Even someone like yourself, Chief, or our pal Branford. As for motivation, I reject the ritual aspect. It's a cool gag, but ultimately just handy window dressing.
Come on.
However, the antique gold coins left with the bodies, that's a clear attempt at communication. Or the whole thing could just be Warren stripping down to a loincloth and slaughtering his old buddies.
Warren in a loincloth? Nah.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of Warren, I wasn't aware he'd asked you for help, Chief.
Well, Nick was dealing with this case. He should have told you.
Warren admitted to me that they'd smuggled out some minor artifacts. Did he say anything like that to you?
No, he was very careful with his words. And anyway, it was only a brief chat on the phone.
Maybe the stuff they smuggled out wasn't so minor.
So they found some really big treasure down there. Someone got stiffed at the share out. And this is a 20-year late reminder?
20 years is a good amount of time for a prison sentence.
So he did 20 because he was framed. Well, that's a revenge motive. But what was he framed for?
We won't know until I go down there.
You're not going anywhere yet, Bonnet. Such a trip has to be well planned.
Ruth has already got it covered.
There's no time for that. We hang around with this, and who knows how bad this is gonna get.
You won't save anyone like this.
Listen to me. Listen, you can laugh, but I see a jungle city in my dreams. And at the top of these massive stone steps is a sacrificial altar. And the murderer's there, and he's gonna turn around any second. And when he does, pow!
Oh, for crying out loud, she's giving me dreams now. Go home, sleep. I'm giving you 1 day off. Make the most of it.
Chief!
Don't chief me, just get out of here. Jesus Christ. Bonnets, I'm too busy right...
No, not really.
Alrighty.
Alright, I guess we're thrown out of here.
Sorry, honey. I'm busy right now.
I made a real ass of myself.
Kind of. Hey, let's see what happens next time, y'all. I think we're going to Peru. Let's do that one. Drop a like if you haven't already. Drop us up if you're new. I'm out.